all you horror wrestling fans out there. This is Wrestling with the Horror of It All. And today on the chopping block is a modern horror film, Summer of '84. But first up is our dark match of the day, WWE Raw on Netflix recap for June 22nd, 2026, and Night of Champions 2026 predictions. We're the Not Funny Guys. I'm Casey, and this is my missing visionary, Eric.
Ooh, I have a ton of injuries to heal.
I know. You do. You have so many injuries. You didn't realize it was a prediction cast, did you?
I didn't. And I'm also wondering how the heck we're going to watch that by the recording of our next one.
Wondering that myself. My favorite part is I was watching Raw yesterday, and well, more of listening to it. Anyway, so I've been going through Raw, and they said, like, and Saturday night's going to be interesting. I'm like, what the fuck? Saturday night is going to be interesting? What the fuck do you mean Saturday night? And I was like, oh shit, it's that time of the year again.
There we go.
But
because like I feel like this has been a trend recently where we go multiple different PLEs like in a row, basically, like every other weekend, or if not every weekend. Yeah. We get SummerSlam soon, beginning of August, and I think there's an MSG or Madison Square Garden Saturday main event.
No, it's a Sunday. This time, the next one's a Sunday main event, remember?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But in between, in July, right?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what fights they're going to do. I think what I saw, though, maybe this was just rumor. Sorry if you're hearing tearing. I'm pulling off a sticker.
He's no longer a visitor here.
I'm no longer a visitor at the elementary school. I believe I saw that they are going to make Danhausen like the face of this Saturday or Sunday night main event because it's at Madison Square Garden. Like they're going to be like they're going to go Danhausen, and let him like be his show.
Honestly, go for it, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, he was the one who, if you remember, kind of announced it. You know, I think it was not long after he kind of came out, and not came out, but like he kind of introduced himself to the world here. Mm-hmm. I feel like he had mentioned like there's going to be another one in New York or something like that. Wasn't he the one who announced it?
I feel like he was the one who announced it.
This is before all the Nick stuff, so like even better that he's had the Nick stuff to then really create something. This could be a huge event if word gets out to the Knicks fans that Danhausen's going to be the host.
Yeah, and if they're
MC, if you will,
and if they're smart, they will be
very
like
evil, very nice.
We're gonna celebrate the Knicks too, and have like a big thing out of it.
Oh yeah, bring the Knicks, let them like be in the audience. Oh,
yeah, that could be a massive thing.
I bet you anything, there's probably at least one or two members of that team who'd be willing to get in the ring, as long as they don't have to take the bumps. You know?
I'm sure they would love to, and even to get cursed by Danhausen or uncursed.
Well, uncursed, yeah, absolutely not. Maybe curse the rest of the NBA for next season.
Yeah, there you go.
Get ahead of it.
And then you could be like, "Sorry, my powers don't work that broad. I'm not that broad.
I will need many human monies.
I need lots of human monies. Also, I'm announcing that I'm running for parliament.
Danhausen as a world leader extraordinaire soon is really what we're going to get.
Yes, I appreciate that he wants to be the next prime minister of the UK. I think
what's funny is like Danhausen says the exact same shit as Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But it's actually a joke when Danhausen says
it.
Yes. Whereas Donald Trump, I feel like you could say that and we'd just be like, oh God, what is he doing? But then Danhausen does, you're like, oh, love that Danhausen.
I know. Everyone loves Danhausen except for my wife. She cannot stand him.
She can't stand
Danhausen so much.
She hasn't seen the beauty that is Danhausen. That's what it's.
Trust me, she has, because I make her watch every clip.
Well, that's maybe why she doesn't then.
That's why she hates Danhausen.
Danhausen, if you would, please uncurse yourself to Rachel.
Yes.
And let's see if we can get her on board with the Hausen.
I think we should try to get her on board with the Hausen. Especially since we have a Hausen crisis.
God, Jesus. Good night, everybody.
No, good day. Good day. We're in a library right now.
Are you in
we are in the Swampscott Public Library.
British or Australian, by the way? That good day.
That's up to you to decide. We're in the Swampscott Public Library recording today.
I don't think I've ever done this one either, have I?
You have.
I have. This was one of the ones I did.
Yes, we did do this one a while back.
You know what? I kept thinking of this one as the Marblehead Library.
Probably. But we've done this one before on the other podcast. Off the Reels, the internet's #1 podcast on public library recommendations. And so we're here today meeting in person. We're in a little soundproof-ish room. It's not soundproof as Eric tested because he went outside and let me do my full volume, and he's like, you have to tone this down. Like, you need to tone this shit down.
By the way, we covered this library on episode 149.
Can you tell me what movie that is?
I could not.
I know, because I had to
use
use your list.
65 movies ago.
But anyway, so that's where we are today. So if the audio is a little bit wonky, that's why. But we're going to do our best. And like doing our best, we start off every podcast where I ask Eric, what's your sanity like this week?
Oh, this is Summer of '84.
Summer of '84, filmed in 2018. Yeah. Square that circle.
Well, we'll get to it. I do have some notes on that.
Anyway,
I think a number 2 feels about right.
You're going to number 2 this movie?
I'm going to number 2 this movie. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I didn't really have me question my choice. It wasn't very horror-y until, like, right at the end.
Even then, it wasn't really.
Even then, yeah. But, like, it took a hard turn by the end. I was like, oh, crap. All right, we're going there. But, like, so, yeah, it was kind of fun, you know. But,
enjoyment?
You know, a little creepy at times, I guess. Not really creepy. Again, not a horror movie, in my opinion. Enjoyment, it was a decent donut.
It's a decent donut.
I didn't mind it. It was a decent donut.
All right. Well, I would say for me, as far as sanity goes, I have to give it a 1.
Okay.
I got this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
As in
the hard ending, I was like, oh shit! It kind of a poor kid.
Yeah.
Kids.
I will say that I will. I know. Who created this list? Like,
I don't know. If only like he could have seen the difference between watching the girl with the dragon tattoo with your mother
and
versus
eating
a good donut are not right next to each other.
Or if only he would have realized that he was going to have to do this too at some point in time. I'm going to have to say it's like eating a good vegan donut. Because then you're like, okay, that's not as good as a donut, but
or a good gluten-free donut.
That's even okay. We'll do that one. It's like eating a good gluten-free vegan donut.
Okay, well, I feel
that's
like
a
brick. It should be the same.
That's
at that
about
point,
a brick.
Right?
At that point.
Yeah, old-fashioned is the only choice.
So true. Yeah. So we're in Summerween, my friend.
We are in Summerween, and we're getting kind of close to the Halloween area. This is closest to Salem I've been in a long time.
This is close to Salem.
To me is Halloween Town.
If I would have thought about it, we probably should have recorded in Salem. Because the writer...
No, we should have recorded in Ipswich.
We're going to get back to that in a minute. But because the writer, and I think director, I think it's the same person, is from Salem.
Okay.
And so
he gave us we gave him a shout out to let him know we were watching his movie. He wished us good luck and to enjoy it. And truthfully, I did. I still think it would be great to see him come on the pod or something. Maybe when he's writing another one, or when the next one comes out.
Well, did you see what else he did?
I enjoyed this enough. I'd see it again.
He did Pooh, Blood, and Honey too.
He did not.
He did.
He did not.
And I really want to ask him questions about that.
I haven't seen Honey too?
But I need to ask questions.
We have to. I feel like if we can get him on,
which we did,
which I'm kind of curious now. Like, he did Honey too. Like, that sounds like that's going to be a lot better than Blood and Honey 1.
Well, I figured that
if it's going to have any of the level of writing of this one. Now, I will say the writing had its little clunks, but in a forgiving way. In a way that I was like, you know what, I'll let it slide because this is it's a quick film, and it does a lot in its quickness.
Well, if we can get him, we would love to get him on.
And he was what is his name? Why can't we remember that?
And just
it's a harder name.
It's like it's Matt. I think it's Matt.
Oh, Samsonite, way off.
Not Samsonite. No,
it's a name. It's like
Matt Leslie.
Name. Yeah,
it's Matt Leslie.
I don't know why I was like, it's a foreign name. It's something different, something
unique. And
It's Matt.
He's on Twitter. He is listed as writer, director, producer for Summer of '84, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and then a new movie coming out called The Knocking, which I know it's probably about people knocking on things, but I really want it to be about a horror movie about people getting knocked up. That's what I really want it to be.
The knocking.
I don't know why I want that, but that's what I want.
It's the deleted scene from Knocked Up.
Well, I know. I think about it like
turned into Knocked Up. Look at the knocking.
Well, in my mind, the way this works is you're a couple, I guess maybe just married, and you're planning your life, and you're like, knocking. Well, we're gonna go do all these wonderful things. We got these trips planned, and then you find out that you've gotten knocked up, and now all the fun things you want to do are now done forever. And that's the horror aspect.
Said like a true dad of two. How are you feeling, Casey? All right?
We actually do a lot of things.
You still travel quite a bit too.
We do travel a lot. Anywho, let's talk about some wrestling, shall we? Because we got some shit to talk about. That's what the fans are here for. That's what they are here for. And anyone in the library who can hear us, I apologize for the language, but this is a salty podcast. All right. So Monday Night Raw. Started off with an Oba Femi promo, and so it's for some reason I thought Oba was going to be fighting, so I guess that's just linked now to King of the Ring. I thought he was going to have a match, but he didn't. Anyway, Oba came out there, Jay came out there to talk some shit. It was all right.
I did kind of like Jay's roll it back in his face like that, and then Oba's like, no, none of this.
I would have loved it. It would have been great if he would have been like, you want me to roll it back to the time I power bombed you? LA Knight did a promo with Adam. I liked the LA Knight Adam promos this week.
Yeah, they were good. They were fun.
Jamie comes out there and starts some shit. I loved Adam be like, you're going to fight Jimmy Uso. It's like, no, that's a horrible idea. You know what I want? I want to fight Jimmy Uso. It's like, I just said that. It's like, no, I wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening to you.
I really appreciate all that.
Again, bringing back the LA Knight humor that we had talked about a few weeks ago. We're saying he needs to come back more. So. Yeah. So hopefully he was just on vacation or who knows what. But now it's nice to have him. It is nice. A little bit back into kind of a main storyline.
Or now that they're like, hey, we let go of a lot of our talent. We should probably utilize our talent that we got. Fight 1, we had Bella Page versus Bayley Lyra. It was an okay match. I watched a little of it. Yes, it was the end on the that got it. Was when Lyra started attacking Bayley.
That was interesting, and I'm kind of okay with that. Actually,
I am too.
Let's go for it. Let's see what happens here.
I like they carried it on. Like there's immediately the backstage with Lyra. Lyra, why did you do that? And she just walks off.
She can go fuck herself. I am kind of curious to see what this means. Is this almost gives Lyra a path to pair with Becky, who wasn't Becky kind of like a big time Bex to her, a kind of an under the wing sort of thing. So it might be fun to see her turn heel a little bit.
She's definitely going heel. The way that crowd responded, that crowd was not happy.
The weird thing is it came out of nowhere. I will say that.
Yes, which I appreciated that it came out of nowhere. And at least it came out after.
It would have been nice to see her growing frustration. I could have seen this more coming from a Roxanne to Liv sort of, with the storyline they've been building up there. This one felt just kind of oh, interesting. Okay.
I feel like part of their problem was they were setting up that Bayley was going to turn on Lyra.
Yes.
And then it flips. Yeah. So I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm here for it. It's something interesting.
Yeah, you're in. Okay.
So it makes me happy.
I'm certainly not against it. I guess I'm here for it. You could say too, but it's fun. I like it. I'm interested to see where it goes for sure.
Absolutely. Then we got a Gable promo, and he goes out there.
You called saying that he was going to have to respond to his
Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy.
I liked that. Maxine, who was becoming a wildly different character. Especially I feel like she was on SmackDown recently in the background. I feel like she was. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of last week's Raw, but I feel like there was a spot
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't remember.
Anyway, I like that she didn't accept. I think of all of them to not accept, it made the most sense to her, although it looked a little bit like Otis was willing to accept.
I agree. And that definitely seemed to be what almost made it seem like Maxine's trying to take ownership of that group now. And the power vacuum has left her in charge, basically.
And as she's starting to become more of like evil Maxine, starting to align with Austin Theory.
Which I'm kind of okay with if that's the play that they're doing.
I need them to do something interesting with her. I don't want it to just be she's the love interest.
Okay.
Honestly, I think what I would really like is, this is going to sound really weird, but I would love if the way the relationship actually is going with Austin and Maxine is if she's the dom in that relationship. And like just fully dominates him. So the point where like he's like big and bad with Logan and Braun, and then whenever she comes around, you see him physically change into the subservient one. I love you. Yeah. I don't even want to be there. I just want to be like the very classic, like you expect her in like a dominatrix outfit. Like he's just drops in subservience to her, and then when she's not around, he jumps back, and then Logan and then be like, "What on earth? Like, what is happening?"
Like, bro.
And he's like, "No, you don't get it, man. It's bro. You don't get it,
bro."
That's what I would think would be interesting, and then you can have her really trying to influence the Vision, and then you can get to a point where her and Logan, yes, and her and Logan can kind of get into some beef back and forth. I think it would be an interesting way to see it. I'm just afraid they're going to turn her into arm candy for Austin, and I don't want that.
Yeah, she's not arm candy, or she shouldn't be.
Yeah. And I would like to see her going for belts.
I guess the question is, are you saying she betrays the Academy?
Yeah, I think she'll just flat out leave the Academy and go to the Vision. In fact, I think she should try to bring them with her. Like, demand that, like, you're coming with me. We're going to...
graduates of the Academy.
We're going to come to over here. And then they're like, no, we don't agree with that. And then you can have them separate in a logical way.
I wonder where they would go. Or, I'm surprised the Academy has made it through some of these rounds of cuts, truthfully.
It's because people love Otis.
Really?
I think that's what it really is. Is people like Otis.
How old is he? Is he towards the end?
Fuck if I know. You're the one in front of a computer.
You're the wrestling guy.
I might be.
I don't want to do so much typing when you talk about it.
I know. Fans, if you hear the ticking and the tacking, that is Eric's mouse and his keyboard. We apologize. We're in a little pod. Anywho, let's move on.
Oh, he's young. He was born in 91.
Oh, well, a little young in there. People like him, though.
Age 34. Yeah.
There you go. Rey Mysterio, Dragon, and Penta backstage promo, just setting up things, kind of leading into fight number 2, which is Dragon versus Ethan Page. Didn't care, but Ethan ends up winning.
Yeah, they're really trying to make something of Ethan Page. I think
they're trying to make fetch happen.
Yeah, they're trying to make fetch happen.
Did you know there's an app called Fetch? And I heard that, and I was like, well, oh shit, someone made fetch happen.
Someone made fetch happen.
It made me laugh.
I don't.
You know what?
I don't like this Ethan Page thing.
You're stuck with it. You're stuck with it.
I know.
Sometime, Eric, as you're a year into your wrestling journey, sometimes you just have to accept that there's a storyline or two that you could care less about.
It's not for me. Someone else. It's a story for someone else.
It'll always be your beer match. There's always one. And you're like, all right.
Yeah, I guess so. I think my issue with it is that I don't hate what Ethan Page could be.
Okay.
Right? From how they've kind of set him up. I even like the pairing with Rusev a little bit. But there's just something so smarmy about him that, like, I get that's the character.
Right.
But something about it's not clicking yet. Right? There's plenty of smarmy people in wrestling.
There are plenty of smarmy people in wrestling.
Like everyone from Trick Williams to LA Knight even, right? So
Seth Rollins.
So how do you... What makes Ethan Page more exciting than that? Like, all ego means nothing because everyone has all ego in WWE, right? Yeah. I would like to meet the WWE wrestler who's truly humble, right? I mean, I don't even know if people would have called John Cena that as calm and, and lovable as he was. Humble is just not something you can be when you have to hype yourself in a fighting format like wrestling or boxing or anything like that.
Very true. I don't like Ethan Page either.
I feel like there's his cockiness, things like that can certainly stay. I just don't know if all ego Ethan Page is the winning final usage of him, you know, or is his best branding moving forward?
I think also part of it is him going against the luchadors also seems very confusing. It's like, why are you going against the luchadors? Maybe you should be going against another group.
Right.
And it's just out of left field. I don't know. Let's trust in Triple H. I hear he has a vision. I hear he has, like, it's a new era.
I don't know. Paul's not there with him right now.
This is true.
Was Paul actually hurt?
I have no idea. Oh, Logan Paul?
No,
Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman, yeah.
He probably is.
Wow.
Speaking of Paul Heyman and the Vision,
tackle, you think?
There's a Vision promo.
There is a Vision promo.
Do you remember this Vision promo?
Is this the one with Seth Rollins sitting down and be like, this is the one, this is it, I'm gonna...
That would not be the Vision.
He was talking about the Vision and Braun.
But there's an actual promo with the Vision.
Oh, is this one at Danhausen? No, that's JD and...
JD and Judgment. Do you know who the Vision are?
I don't know.
Braun Breaker.
All right, explain it for our people.
I was hoping...
I'm not
I was hoping you could explain it because I don't remember it. But I do know it was the main Vision. I just don't remember the point of it. Other than just talking.
One could argue, what's the point of any of it?
Yeah. If I can't remember this one, I usually can remember the Vision. Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah.
I just remember it was backstage. I remember that much. And I didn't put a note
Logan
down.
Paul's here because he's they need someone. I actually think...
it was setting up for the Street Profits. I think that's what it was.
And I actually think that... what's his name?
Austin?
Austin, yes. I think he's doing better. Like, they've clearly had to throw him the mic a few times recently.
Yeah,
and he didn't do bad this time.
Because Braun Breaker can't do a promo worth shit.
No, he cannot. Certainly not in a.
Braun Breaker can do one thing.
Spear.
Yes.
Yeah. Did
you see Bronson Reed put out a photo?
No.
He put out a photo recently.
Is he back, baby?
Everyone's like thinking this is his I'm about to be back.
I wonder if it'll be Night of Champions or if he's going to wait till SummerSlam or.
Oh, that would.
He'd be good for the New York group, to the Sunday night main event.
He would actually be good for the New York group. This is the photo that he released.
Oh shit! Did he lose a ton of weight?
I feel like he did lose weight.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's been out, is that he's been on a...
Whatever the surgery was,
journey.
It probably caused...
But you know what? Good for him. He looks jacked. He looks great. And he looks actually...
He almost looks Jacob Fatu there. In a way.
He looks almost like he's going to be part of the bloodline if the Vision isn't careful. And I don't know if he's actually part of the bloodline. I mean,
he shouldn't be.
He's certainly got a New Zealand accent.
Yeah, he shouldn't be part of them. I'm excited to see when he comes back.
He shouldn't be as in you don't want him to be, or shouldn't be as in you don't think he's related?
No, I don't think he's related. Okay. I don't think he's related. I would be fine with anyone else joining the bloodline if they can make it interesting. And we're going to talk about the bloodline.
I kind of think it's a little interesting right now.
Bullshit.
It's not overwhelmingly interesting. But
Look forward to this rant in a few minutes, folks, as I get to the bloodline of it all.
I just think that there's something happening there. They're clearly taking the long road.
Certainly taking a long road. That is for sure.
I don't hate it right now. Where I think I'm most confused is the Fatu of it all. He seems to be the wild card general on the battlefield, but no one really knows what he's doing yet.
Yeah, I look forward to you joining my level shortly.
Okay.
Well, after I get done discussing.
So you're saying when your rant is going to convince me otherwise?
I think my rant is going to convince you otherwise.
Do you want to go into it now?
No, it has to wait.
So it must wait.
we got a Sol Ruka video promo. Did not do her any justice.
It did not.
An EO promo where Liv Morgan comes out there and they start a brawl and EO finishes it.
Can I just say, I don't know.
No.
Liv Morgan, first of all, those abs and that cut of the outfit this time was wow, that highlighted her, her
Are you coming around to the Liv Morgan side now, finally?
No, because then I look up at her face and her eyes might as well be that of a gecko. They look like they're half out of her skull. And I don't know if it's because, we had talked about this when she came back and she was partying and then she won the thing and, she looks tired. Yeah. But there's something, about her look that might just be that in general because, there's something wild in her eyes right now and I don't know. she's fine. She's still a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, she's clear. I mean, when you look at the photo of her, she's clearly tired.
Yeah.
And that, and I also think part of it is a little bit of eye makeup because you can see there's extra shadow here. That either it's a bruise, which could be she's a wrestler.
Like she could be like an Andy Serkis character, you know?
Yes.
Like she's going after the one belt to rule them all.
Yeah. But then you see like here's a photo of.
But she's the most beautiful Gollum I could ever imagine. So.
But then here's a photo. So you get that one.
I'll curb my bases with
but
that.
There's a photo of her that she posted like the same day.
Yeah, I mean, so it's clearly it's her in the moment.
Yeah.
It's her. With that wild-eyed, she brings a lot of intensity to the role and to the promos, which makes her good at them. Yeah. So, like, I don't want to say stop doing it.
But it sounds like you're saying stop doing it.
I would like to see her play with levels of intensity. Look,
there she is happy. Like,
I would like to see her playing with levels of an intensity. Right now, it feels like this all time is all she is, right? And I would like to see her, like, her anger doesn't come off angry enough because she's so at 11 already at the start of things. Is that there's nowhere for her to really go except she should try coming down, right, and getting quiet. And
what I like about where she's at and the level and the intensity she's at is it goes to the promo that is shortly after. Mm-hmm. So when we get the later in the show, I'll just skip to it now. Later in the show, there's the Judgment Day promo.
Yes.
Where JD, well, we'll talk about the JD part, and we'll talk about that when we circle back. But Raquel,
that was the play from that, yeah.
But Raquel is upset with what's going on. Roxy is, somehow manipulating things because clearly she's trying to manipulate some. Mm-hmm. Dom is upset, and then Liv comes in oblivious to everything, and she's still at that amped up level. I think that's the storyline. She
seems on drugs in those moments. That's maybe is what I was getting at more. Is that like she needs to back off the cocaine?
Well, but what I like about it is when it's going to force her intensity will force Raquel and they can hear every one of those clicks just so that you're aware.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm doing them.
Okay, good. It's going to force Raquel and Roxy to break a little bit faster. I think it'll help a speed up of the breaking. Because they can be like, something is wrong with you doing all this, and then she'll lose everyone, and then she can keep the intensity and be like, I don't need any of you anyway, I'm the best, I've already got this. And then when she loses, it'll make that fall even better.
Which something tells me she's not losing soon, though. Because if you're right on that, and that actually sounds like a good theory, then that means she needs to win Queen of the Ring again.
Yeah, she needs to elevate higher. She needs
to go get Rhea's belt, I assume, or whoever's on the list.
It has to. She said it's Rhea.
Yeah.
She clearly stated
so she goes and gets Rhea's belt, and then like literally she just is like, she becomes the all ego, right? And she breaks up the group because she doesn't need anyone. Clearly, she's got all these things.
And then she needs to lose horribly.
And then she wants to go. Maybe that is she wants to go for now the tag team again with someone.
No, I wouldn't even give her the tag team. I would let her get that second belt.
No, don't let her get the tag team. That's what I'm saying. Get the second belt from Rhea. Then she goes for a tag team. That fails. And she loses it on whoever, Raquel maybe at that point. And then once she's lost it on Raquel, it's easier to see the split because Roxanne is still not quite the outcast, but also still the new kid in the group. Well, whereas once Raquel's hurt, then Roxanne can really move in.
See, I like all that. I just don't like the going for the tag. I think after she gets it and she's up there and now she's got both the belts and everyone starts coming at her, let her defend once or twice. Don't let her lose it on a Raw, as much as I would love to watch her lose it on a Raw. She's got it. Give her a month of just non-stop. Because she has both, she's forced to go to both shows and constantly defend it. Then the next Saturday night or the next PLE, the regular PLE, Roxy challenges her and takes a belt. And then she's like, now she's getting upset, and then she gets challenged for the other one. It would be actually really interesting if, so you let Roxy take give Roxy the Rhea belt, because that would then force Roxy to go over to SmackDown, and then her and Finn can be together. Okay. Let Raquel then immediately challenge for the other one. Because she could be like, I don't need you. I've got this belt anyway. It's the better belt. And then let Raquel win.
But see, I just how do you get to that level of animosity without her going off on people before then?
That's the build. Is she's got to continuously go after. She has to, by SummerSlam, when she gets the Rhea one, the Judgment Day has to have abandoned her. Be like, you are an awful person. So then when she loses it to both of them, and then she's like, she wants to go and cry to people, no one listens. Even Dom is like, no, I'm not listening to. No, I'm done with you. I'm done with you, Chico. And JD, no, who are you? What's going on? Like,
I mean, I agree. I think your downfall in that play, I don't see a ton of fault. I think there's a lot of truth there, or potential. It's too fast, right?
Well,
going back to what I've said about the WWE just moves too slow.
But again, I'm thinking SummerSlam is when she gets the other belt. So that's in August.
Right.
Then you have to go a whole nother month before she can lose the first belt. Then you can maybe do it another month for the next PLE to lose the second belt.
I think your theory can and maybe will come into play, but I still think you have to have. I think part of the I'm the greatest of all time mentality isn't just about holding those belts. I think she has to be like mad with greed at a certain point.
Oh, I want that too. I'm just saying.
But that's why I'm saying that I think that's where the tag team comes in, is that she's going to win the tag team because she's part of it, right, in her mind. It doesn't matter if she's with Roxy or Raquel. She'll go with Raquel.
You know what they could do?
And that's where I think she needs, because I think the sever with Raquel has to be intense. And I think
it does have to be
And I
intense.
think what she could do is they could lose the tag belt. She essentially attacks Raquel in the ring. Like, how dare you lose this for me? This was supposed to be mine. You cost me this, right? Raquel's the one who gets pinned.
You know what they could do?
Or Roxy.
Let's take it an extra extreme level. A really crazy extreme level. Because we know...
Because she could also be like, to Raquel on the way there to that tag match, she's like, well, you obviously can't get a single by yourself, so you need me to help you. Like, and she just starts... She essentially becomes what Rollins kind of was to the Vision by the end of the Vision.
Let's take it up another notch.
Okay.
We know that the WWE has people on staff who do nothing but watch AEW shows, so they can look and see what the competition's doing.
Makes sense.
AEW for a while, Sasha Banks had every fucking belt at one time. What if they were like, well, it worked over there for Sasha, let's let Liv do that. And then you take your greed aspect to it, and so she gets the Rhea belt, and she's like, this is good, but I need to be the women's U.S. champion. I need to be the women's Intercontinental champion. And the WWE just lets her keep stacking the belts. I need more. Let it be a metaphor for how we hoard wealth. Get her all of them.
I think you're being too generous in like the metaphors of WWE.
Well, but let her get all the belts. Then once she gets all those, then let her go for the tag belt. After she's got all the other singles. And then she's like, okay, well, I need this. And then let her be like, I want it. And Adam and Nick can be like, no. You need a tag partnership. And you've burned every bridge. You find a tag partner? Sure. We'll let you go for it. And let her spend a week or two going to all the people. Well, you want to be my tag partner? No. Do you want me? No. Well, I'll do it myself. No. And then the cracks can start to be where she starts to fall. And then let her start losing all the other belts. She can't lose all the belts at once. She would have to be injured to do that.
Yeah.
But let her then start losing them all at once.
I could see that to some extent. Yeah. I mean, that to me is just kind of prolonging my theory, which is, you do all that, you rack up all the gold, and eventually the tag belt is what has to destroy her, right? Yeah. Because
if we go that approach, I don't mind the tag
She
piece.
Can't rely on a partner, right? And so it's that she doesn't work well with others enough to actually fulfill her legacy of owning every belt that she can, basically.
Yeah. If we go that approach, I don't mind her going after tag. I think there's a lot of potential with the Liv thing. And I think Liv is one of those few wrestlers, actresses, that actually might be able to pull off that level of crazy and greed feel.
Yeah.
I don't know any other women wrestlers who could pull off this level of an angle. Even Rhea and Jade, when you're talking about if you're going to start having her be like, I want all the belts, I don't know who else could actually.
Becky could have.
Becky could have.
They clearly don't want to go down that path with her.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't know that it is the best path for Becky to go down anyway.
Yeah.
I think she could have pulled it off at least.
Yeah, and I think Seth could have pulled it off on the men's side with the Vision stuff if he would have really... Although, in that angle, it would have actually worked better if Seth had lined up the Vision to be like, and you're going to get this belt, and you're going to get this belt. But I run the Vision, so therefore all the belts are technically mine. Right. I think that would have been the angle he would have needed to go. Mm-hmm. And then you could have had the Vision be like, I don't want the U.S., I want the Intercontinental. No, you're going to get the U.S. Right. You don't deserve the Intercontinental. Mm-hmm. And then you could have been like, what do you mean?
Why don't I deserve it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that could have been a fascinating, but we didn't go that path.
But I feel like that's the role of Paul Heyman, though, in that.
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
When Seth was there, Seth was clearly leading more than Paul was.
And Paul was far more, I don't know what the right word is, like...
Subservient?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of subservient, we got an Uso backstage promo, and Jacob Fatu came out there, and they all don't get along very well.
Nope.
Which is fine. I don't mind them not getting along. Sorry, I didn't know what that was. Then we got the Danhausen backstage promo with the Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. This one amused me. I want my, what was it, $100,000? I want my $100,000 money. Oh,
was it 10 or 100?
I thought it was 100.
Yeah, that would be fucking huge. I thought it was 10.
I thought it was.
But either way, yeah, I mean, not chump change in either way, and they play it really well.
Yes, they played it very well, and I like that. It's like, what did you spend it on? Well, I bought this, and it's the little duck, the little water thing, and you're like, what? And you're like expecting him. What I was expecting is like, I bought this, and they're like, that, and he goes, well, and his brothers and sisters.
And it's just an army of them. That would have been friggin' great.
But then when he's like, oh, and I bought that, and they're like, you look at it, you're like, that is clearly something that's made of like toilet paper rolls in a basket. And then JD's like, well, I'm taking it back. I wouldn't do that. He was already cursed at that point, right? Because he gets cursed and then he is like, I'm going to do that. I like this weird Danhausen electrocuting people and them becoming like weird versions of themselves. Because they
did it to Miz too, right?
They did to Miz and they did it to his partner that I can't remember his name. But they recorded, so they filmed SmackDown, I think, 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. And so pieces of it have come out because people were there. And Miz goes out there and wrestles as like Franken Miz. Huh? Because he's being controlled. By Danhausen. It's pretty great.
We're gonna get Danhausen creating his own Universal Monster Group essentially.
So fantastic.
Honestly, the Miz kind of works as a what do you call it? Franken.
Well, what you
monster.
Need. So if you're gonna do that, hear me out.
JD could be like your werewolf.
So you kind of get my thought
changing.
But here's what when you get to that, I want him to go to R-Truth and be like, hey, I want to talk to you about something I'm working on. Do you think you can help me? And R-Truth be like, yeah, man, I'd love to. I love you. And then he'd be like, yeah, can you just drink this? And he's like, sure. And he drinks something, and then maybe gets a little bit of electrocution because that seems to be what triggers all of it. And then R-Truth is, you just hear his voice be like, what is it? He's like, well, you're done. He goes, but can't you see me? He's like, no, I can't see you. He goes, you can't see me? And it's just, he's the invisible man. We just have to.
That would be great.
And we just hear R-Truth talking to people, and people like, Truth? Where are you?
Who would be a good Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
Bailey.
She's already done it.
You're right, it wasn't good. Who would be a good one?
You could have fun with Becky.
Who? Sorry?
Becky Lynch, a little bit, if you wanted to go.
No, I don't think they would.
Well, just because Becky hasn't been nice recently, and so you could have like it be a reverse where she's a super nice version of herself, and like everyone's like,
"Oh, if we did,
Becky, are you okay?" Like, and like Lyra, maybe at that point is trying to partner with her, and she's like, "I need big time Bex here. I don't need
What if that's
nice
why
Becky.
Lyra turned?
She's
already been.
She's a Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah,
maybe that'd be. It'd be a hell of a retrocon.
Yeah.
To have to pull that off, but yeah, I could see it.
Anyway, it was an amusing promo. I appreciated it. Then we got LA Knight versus Jay. Jay loses because he's distracted by Solo. Mm-hmm. I appreciated that Jay lost. I like that. Street Profits promo backstage, meh. The Bailey one, I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm injured, meh. I appreciate they're continuing that bit though. With the I don't want to talk about what Lyra just did.
Oh, okay.
So I appreciate that, and I'm glad they kept it short.
Yeah.
But it was still kind of mad. I need to see where it goes in subsequent weeks. We talked about the Judgment Day. The Seth promo, I don't know how I feel about it. It was kind of like meh.
Yeah, again, I'm at a place where I'm like, I really am sick of Seth and the Vision.
Yeah.
This isn't the right storyline for this. I don't know how to fix it at this point. And again, I think part of it's Braun Breaker has no skills in terms of the promo side of things.
Yeah.
But then also, like, he's a one-trick pony in terms of moves. It would be really nice to see him come out. First of all, it would be nice to see him lose, get humbled a little bit.
Yeah.
And then essentially come out and start showing that he can wrestle these other moves and do all these other things that, even if it's a little Brock Lesnar-y, essentially at that point, it would still be fine.
I mean, even his dad, Braun's dad, had more moves. And it's like, come on.
I don't know Braun's dad, so it's hard for me to...
He was, I think his dad is Scott Steiner. It was like jacked. But he had moves. He was one of the NWO.
He's got moves.
We had the Gable promo where it basically just sets up the Dom fight. I do like when he's like, if I remember correctly, you're the one who sent me to Mexico to get the mask. Maybe I should kick your ass. You want an apology? You're going to have to beat it out of me. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then Fight 4, Street Profits versus The Vision. I didn't care for this match until Joe Hendry appeared, which we had just been talking about last podcast. Like, where is Joe Hendry?
Yeah.
Apparently he was
underneath
the ring in London, just chilling and waiting.
I mean, makes sense. He's what, Scottish?
Yeah.
Or Irish?
Yeah.
I forget which
Maybe
one.
there's something to it. Because there was rumors that they were having visa issues. Maybe that's...
Oh.
Maybe that's
crazy.
Actually...
He's on the fucking watch list.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, he pops up everywhere.
He does.
Just say his name and boom, he's there. So you can make a concerning case about that.
Yeah. I like that Seth came out. And I like that when Joe came out, he chased away Logan. I like when Seth came out, he chased away Braun and allowing the Street Profits to win, which I thought was the right thing. The only thing that would have been better is if the Street Profits were getting the belt. That's the only thing that would have made it better.
Yeah.
All in all, it was an okay Raw.
Which I thought they did get the belt.
No, this wasn't a belt match.
Oh.
Pretty sure this was not a belt match.
I thought it was a belt match.
You think it's a belt match?
I don't know why. For some reason, I thought the Street Profits got the belt.
Only we had the internet to...
The interwebs
to tell us if there was a belt thing. So I'm just checking right now real fast. Street Profit. Oh, they did get it. It was a belt match.
That's what I thought. Okay, good.
I missed the belt match. How did I miss that was a belt match?
You're a bad man.
All right. Apparently I am. Well, I like that even more now. I thought it was even more match. Maybe I should go back and rewatch that match. If I rewatch that match, I mean watch it for the first time ever. Clearly I didn't watch it.
Clearly you did not, yeah.
And I just missed that a little bit. They didn't make it big enough. Yeah, you know why I probably didn't notice it? Because I bet you when they were doing the announcement, I bet you I just, like, you know how the lead in? So sometimes if I'm trying to get through fast, I'll just skip until I see the match starting.
There you go.
And I bet you I just skipped straight through and this is for the belt.
For the belts, yeah.
That's probably why I didn't notice.
Yeah, no, the Vision's taking hits left and right. It is very interesting to wonder, like, what's coming next for the Vision, you know?
Maybe Maxine will be the outside consultant who will help unify the Vision.
I have for a long time said the Vision needs to grow to incorporate women. So
they do.
I would be fine with Maxine coming on board.
All right, well, that was that. Now we have to do everyone's favorite part. You gotta love these, folks. You know you like our prediction episodes, and this is what drags us into a 4-hour territory.
Oh, Lord.
Let's talk about some predictions. Eric, get onto your ye old computer. It's that time again. So I pulled these in, and what is the predicted order? Based off of, I think it's Bleacher Report where I pulled it from.
And you said it's this Saturday? Or tomorrow?
It is June 27th. at 1 p.m. Eastern.
I'll be on the road.
Yep. So,
wait, because it's in UAE, right? Or
it's in
Riyadh or whatever.
No, isn't this one in Scotland?
No,
this isn't in UAE.
I thought this was.
Oh, it is. It is in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh,
not UAE, Saudi Arabia.
I thought it was somewhere else.
Same but different. Ooh, don't write me on that one, folks.
Wasn't there some announced? Oh, they did do one. We didn't talk about it. I was very excited about it, and they didn't show us a trailer. They talked about Unreal Season 3 starts in July 21st, I believe.
Oh, I didn't catch that. That's awesome.
They didn't show a trailer for it, but they did say it's going to talk about Cena's farewell tour.
Yeah.
Will be a big piece of it.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at that when they did the promo back at the.
And I assume Brock Lesnar, since it ended on cliffhanger with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. I really want them to move faster on these.
I do too, but I understand.
Quarterly, I mean, it's great visuals when they do come out, so I'm fine with it.
I understand why it has to be though. That's because they're.
It's like a half year away from everything they did, though. Essentially,
because
not a full year at times.
Because they have to film it as it's happening,
right?
But they can't release it out because it could potentially spoil things for storylines coming out. Mm-hmm. So, but then they also have to get it in and edit it down.
Yeah.
So I don't mind. I just
wish there was something. Maybe I want another show where it's a little bit more in the moment, right? It would be good to have a real world style show.
Maybe be like 2 months behind.
And you can even play with, you don't have to be Unreal in its authenticity and honesty. Maybe it's more of a reality show, but with the characters still, so that you could keep the storylines going if you had to. But I just feel like there's it's a lot of Unreal has helped me like things like Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're losing that a little bit when it takes so long in between seasons.
Yeah.
And it would be nice for something to complement the actual wrestling to help us maintain that sort of interest in all of the players, right? Mm-hmm. Versus making sure, like, obviously they want us to tune in the storyline. I'm not saying you need to play your storyline out there instead. I just think there's got to be a way to use the success that has been Unreal to heighten that continuously throughout the season too. And again, like a 2-month delay would be fine. Still.
I think the only way you could actually probably do that is because we know wrestlers take small hiatuses randomly. Mm-hmm. It would need to be about whatever wrestler's on that hiatus. Mm-hmm. So like Punk is out right now, so let there be an episode or 2 about Punk.
Yeah.
And then Braun's out. So let's go talk to Bronson Reed and be like, all right, let's talk about your process. Let's do all this. Let's talk about your recovery. This is a good one. You had an injury. Let's talk about how does the WWE help you with that? How do they keep you relevant with you not being there so your character doesn't become stale?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And then that way you could be filming and popping them out fast. Because if you do that...
You still risk the storylines, though.
Not as much, though.
Not as much.
And because you're not going to be talking about the writer's room. And the little bit they do, it would be like, well, we have to mention Bronson Reed every now and then. So this is where we'll work him into a story.
Right.
But it's not doing like...
I think you take the Unreal aspect of like... The Unreal side of, a little bit of personal life.
Because that's what I want, is the personal bit.
And then like the rehearsal process, I think you could do just as much too.
And on this one, it can be, so for Bronson's Reed, it's an episode about like, this is the injury, how you get back from an injury. Mm-hmm. So you guys can understand, like, we take hits. Like, we actually get injured. Yeah. And then you could even have...
You could also use it as a launching ground for NXT stuff. Because I feel like NXT has that ability with its smaller scale to cycle storylines faster. Yeah. And so you could pull in a little bit more of them to help show off.
And then with like the Punk side, you could be like, I'm not injured, but even we need vacation. So let's talk about what we do on our off time.
Right.
To build you, like, this is more about this character in person. Anyway, let's move on.
This is an ESPN one again, right?
Yes, we are ESPN. All right, here we go. Again, this is the projected match. So, King of the Ring final, Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Whoever gets this gets to go after a belt. And we know what belt one of them's going after. Because Oba's been very clear he's going after Roman.
Are you excited for this match, first of all? Oba versus Jey?
No.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you why I'm not excited for
I'm
this
a little
match.
excited. I'll say Eric-ish at least. I will say I think this is still going to be Oba.
All right. I disagree with you. Ooh, I think it's going to be Jay. And I think they're going to make it so that it's all about the bloodline. And that's what's making me mad, is that they're just going down the same type of path.
Well, yeah.
The only way that I think they can get around it is Jay needs to go after Roman, to go after his belt, which will never happen.
No, it will never happen right now.
I think I think what's best is Jay needs to lose, and he needs to get handed. Like, I think Oba just needs to, like...
Well, that's why I'm voting Oba.
I know. That's what I think should happen. But I'm making the prediction of what I think will happen. Because I would like for Oba to win, and then Roman get fear in his eyes. And then Roman starts sending everyone after him. So Jay loses, so then the next week Jimmy's like, I want revenge for my brother.
Right.
And then gets his hand... He just gets handed to him. And then... At that point in time, Solo's coming back in, and Roman's like, prove yourself, take out Oba. And then Solo gets handed. So now we're 2 weeks from, we're a week away from the next PLE when Oba's going to go after Roman. And Roman's like, Jacob, handle it. And Jacob goes out there, gets handed to him. And now Roman has sent the entire bloodline after this man. And no one can. So Roman now has to actually have fear for once that he can't actually do it. And then we just have a good match.
True.
And whatever happens. But we've built up a storyline there. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to be like, and Jay gets it. And I'm going to feel cheated.
You know what? I don't want to change my answer because I still want it to be Oba. And so I'm just going to stick with it. But I could totally see Brock Lesnar fucking this up.
Yeah, I just think there's going to be shit that's going to cause... Jay is going to win this, is where I see it. And I don't want that. Now, if Brock wants to come out there, cool. And let Brock somehow interfere with Jay. And then...
But Brock would come out to try to interfere with Oba. And that's the other side of it, is that you still have to have that third match between Oba and Brock, so that almost betters your point of Jay winning, so that Oba's not challenging for the belt at SummerSlam, and then instead is having to do Brock, which we already know is going to be the case.
Well, what I would have to assume...
We expect because of the city and stuff.
What I would have to assume, if you're going to force Lesnar into that, if you would still have Oba win, and then when it gets down to the final after Roman has sent everyone after and no one can stop him, let Roman just be like, all right, I'm going to call an audible. Heyman, do your magic, my wise man, one more time for me. And I want Brock Lesnar part of this match as a triple threat. And then Roman can sit back and just watch Oba and Brock go after each other. And then when he needs to come down from his throne to get the win, he can try to come in, and then you can let it screw him. Again, makes it interesting.
Yeah, so here's where I guess my main deviation I feel has to be is the Solo side of things. Because Solo keeps fucking with the Usos already.
Yeah.
Which means that I don't think he can just come back into the bloodline that easily.
So SmackDown is setting up where he might be coming back to the bloodline. Because Tama Tonga and the other one, that I can't remember his name, are getting really mad. They're like, we're going to handle our business, but you're staying out of it because you can't get out of the bloodline's business. And they're starting to set up, because Fatu goes every week and is like, you coming back?
To the Tongas?
No, he goes to Solo. You coming back? Roman wants you back. You're coming back. And like
Is Tonga part of the bloodline?
I feel like Tama Tonga and his partner were part of the bloodline, but now they're part of the Solo version of the bloodline. But they don't want to go back. They don't want to deal with Roman.
Interesting.
And Roman only seems to want Solo.
Interesting.
So they're setting up for Solo will go back. And I think the way you would do it, if we go this Oba route, it makes logical sense that Roman would be like, prove yourself to me. I need you to prove it. You say it, but go stop him. And then when he gets beat down, then Roman could still accept him in. Because Roman could be like, all right, you tried your best. You could be part of it. You got my back, right? And then Fatu, go handle this.
Yeah.
And then nothing goes right. And even with the Oba one, will be really fast.
A lot of Fatu for the lead up, which isn't a bad thing.
Which would be fascinating for the when you get to that belt match.
Finley, rather.
Let them, even let's say Brock's not there. Mm-hmm. Let them go out there and be like, he could be like, look, it's a belt match. It's no DQ. You're going to play this by bloodline rules, and let Oba be like, fine, I'll do whatever, and then let Roman throw the gauntlet at him again, and have the entire bloodline come out again and try to take him out, and just have him just go through all of it, because you need, for it to work, you need Roman to feel scared. You need to believe that Roman's scared.
When is the Sunday night main event?
I don't know off the top of my head. You have to look that up.
I am. That's what the typing is.
Anyway, that's where I think it's going to be. And I do want to throw a caveat out there that you think Brock's coming.
Yes. Oh, that's not until September, so I don't think that would fit.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not going to throw in the caveat for sure because I'm also saying that Oba wins still. I'm going to keep with it.
Okay.
And so that it would contradict to say that Brock comes out and fucks with Oba and causes him the loss.
All right.
But that's why I was looking up the Sunday night main event or Saturday night main event, because I was like, is there a way for them to handle some of the bloodline stuff before then and save SummerSlam to be purely Brock?
Well, we're assuming that Brock and Oba will be... Well, actually, they still could. They actually still could do both. One night, one the next night.
Oba 2 nights. Which might be the way you do it, is that, to your point, you still have all you're doing, and then he calls Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And says, I need this favor, night 1.
Night 1 is...
Take Oba down so I don't have to face him night 2.
Yes. And then he ends up... It becomes another short match with him and Brock.
I don't think it can be a short match.
You want it to be long? You still let him...
Only because Brock is in his hometown. You can't,
all right.
You can't
well, still let him still beat Brock.
Yeah.
But barely. And then he comes out there. He's still beat... I think he should beat Roman.
Yeah, I agree.
But I want Roman scared. Like, I want us to believe that he's scared that he's going to lose.
Right.
And they almost got there with Fatu.
Also,
they
by
came
doing
really
that,
close.
If you had that, you could now create an issue where there's tension between the bloodline and Vision. If if Brock fails,
yeah.
Now there's anger at potentially Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And now you have a Vision, bloodline setup issue. Where also now Roman's lost the thing, so now there's this other animosity between the two because, Roman lost because of Paul's inabilities, essentially.
So I really like this storyline to happen. I really want Oba to win. That's who I want to win.
Right.
I just have a bad feeling that's not what they're going to do.
But then what would they do with Jey Uso if he wins?
Go after Cody. They'll have him go after Cody, and then the bloodline will have both belts. That's what they'll do.
God damn it. You're probably right on that.
And that's what I don't want. Okay. Now, where you can get with that is he would have that belt, which means he has to go to SmackDown and know who else is on SmackDown? CM Punk. And so you have CM Punk on SmackDown, and he doesn't like Jay already. Mm-hmm. So then you can start a whole thing.
Just feels like Cody has...
But then we feel like we're treading water.
And the other thing about the Cody stuff, like, as much as I could see that happening... They have done nothing to put him in line yet for that, and so.
Well, that's the interesting thing about if you win King of the Ring, you can go for you break a story and go straight to it. Now, where they should do, if he gets that belt, is he should go for Romans.
Yeah,
that would be the interesting thing, but they'll never do that. I just don't.
You mean Uso goes?
Yeah,
for Romans, yeah.
I don't think Uso. If it was Fatu, absolutely he would go for it. But if being an Uso, no, they're not going to do that. That's why I'm like, I don't feel excited. This could be the match that surprises me. It could pleasantly surprise me, but do I think it will? No. All right, next up, because we got more matches.
I think you can achieve a lot of that by still having Jay lose, but showing a good showing in his loss,
Yeah. Queen of the Ring, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan.
You excited?
No.
Me neither.
Not excited, because I don't care about this pairing, but I think Liv's going to win.
I actually agree.
It makes the most sense for Liv to win. And do you want to throw a caveat out there?
No, because I don't know a caveat to make that work.
I'm going to make a caveat.
Okay.
Because I'm going to make it interesting. I like to make it interesting.
You do.
the Judgment Day will not help her.
Despite her asking?
I don't think she's going to ask. I think they're just not going to come out there. I think it's going to be her out there. And she's going to get beat down. And when you think they would come out, I don't think they're going to come out. And if they do come out, it's just to sit there and watch. I don't think they're going to actually help her. So if they just come out and she thinks, yes, my team is coming to help me, they're just going to stand there and watch, and then maybe just turn their back and leave.
That accelerates the timeline too much for me.
But I'm just saying, if they come out, I don't think they're going to help her, and if they do come out there, I think that's all they do.
I would agree that they don't help. I'm fine with that. I don't think they come out and just watch, though. That just is...
I agree. That would be weird.
That accelerates the storyline.
I agree. But I'm just saying, like, if they do, I just want to make it very clear. They actually have to help her. And I don't think they're going to. And I will count.
I mean, is she going to tell them not to? Is that part of why you think?
No, I think they just won't.
Yeah, I can't get.
And if they do come out there, if she's outside of the ring and they pick her up and throw her back in, that I'm counting that as it's still help. Even if they're screwing her over.
Yeah, again.
But
it would be neat to see them do that and accelerate the storyline like that, but I don't think they will.
That's fine.
Not yet.
But I'm just saying, I think at the end of the day, this is going to be just Io and Liv in that ring.
Yeah.
No one else. It's just going to be very clear cut. That's the best thing for the match.
The best thing for the storyline would be for Io to win, right? And so that she
not if we're going for the greed aspect.
Yeah.
If we're going for the greed aspect, which I think is an interesting story, it makes sense for Io to lose.
Agreed.
And
the more likely story, in my opinion.
Yeah. But if Io wins, then she's just going to go after Liv again, and then we're going to have to watch the fucking match again.
Because
she's not going to go after...
feels very WWE lately, though.
Yeah, she's not going to go after Rhea. So...
Well...
I don't think she would go after Rhea.
No.
I think that they'll keep that little bit aside. Okay, next up.
Next up.
United States Championship, Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints.
I'm not interested.
I am not either.
I will say Trick Williams, though.
Yeah, because I don't know the fuck this Ricky Saints is.
No, me either. Wasn't he the one they tried to hype up recently?
He is, but I'm just like, they're not going to bring in new blood
Trick
for this.
Just got married.
Unless Trick is like, man, do you see my wife? I want a honeymoon. Unless that's the case. And then
you're not horribly wrong. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, though. They just got on board.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't think they're going to give it to Ricky Saints. Women's championship. Tiffany versus Jade Cargill. I am excited for this.
Yeah?
You know why I'm excited for this? Because of my caveat I'm throwing in there.
Which is?
So, I think Tiffy's going to keep the belt.
Okay.
I don't think Jade's going to get it. I think my caveat is Chelsea Green is going to come out there and it's going to be rather amusing. And Chelsea's going to help Tiffy.
Helps Tiffy. Okay. And
I gotta say, for Unreal next season, for season 3, I want a Tiffy episode. I want us to make us actually like Tiffany Stratton as a human being.
I'm going to say Jade, but I'm going to throw a caveat and say Chelsea Green comes out to help Tiffy.
Causing.
Because it's only going to better that storyline of the white female, I think. The single white female.
All right, I think that's going to be fun. But I'm excited for this match.
I'm not excited, but the idea of Chelsea makes me more excited. Especially with her recent photos.
Steel cage match.
Ooh, okay.
Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker.
I'm not excited.
I'm going to say I am excited-ish for this one. And I am going to throw out a caveat.
As always.
Seth is going to win.
Okay.
Bronson Reed's going to come back and side with Seth. And that's why he's going to win.
I'm going to say Seth as well, but I'm not going to throw that caveat.
All right.
I don't know that I agree with that yet. I don't know, because we
he's
just
either,
haven't seen from Bronson
He's
yet,
either
so
going to come out now or he's going to come out in SummerSlam. It's going to be one of the two. I just think, like, you could do a lot storyline-wise, especially since they just lost that belt.
Mm-hmm. Break
the Vision down more. Just keep breaking them down.
I guess the only reason I have a hard time... I'd like to see it. Absolutely, that would be a great storyline. Why does Bronson Reed break with the Vision? There's been nothing to hint that he has any sort of animosity to do so.
It needs to be... Because he went out before Seth came back, right? I feel like he went out.
I think so. I think you're right.
So he wouldn't... He technically, storyline-wise...
Yeah, he never was part of the Man in the Mask.
Has no knowledge of anything that's been going on with Seth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's watching TV, but as far as a character, they're not mentioning him enough that makes it think that way. So what you could have is when he come after he turns, because we would never find out until after he turns. So he turns, then on Raw, Seth comes out there and brings him out there, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to explain what happened?" And he goes, "Yeah. No one came and saw me when I was injured, but you came and saw me. And you originally brought me into the Vision because you had faith in me.
You had a vision.
And you showed that you care and you had faith in me still."
Paul never came. Braun never came.
Yes. And so...
They have no vision.
And that's why that's where I think
don't hate that,
storyline-wise it would make sense.
I like that.
But other than that, there's no reason why Seth would turn on them.
With Bronson Reed looking as svelte as he does, a fun version of him to come back would be an open challenge against Oba. Because, I mean, it's big Bronson Reed, and he's a different sort of big now.
He could get to that, too. And you know what also is interesting?
Or, I like your also thinking, if he pairs with Seth, now we're going to go for the bloodline, right?
Yeah. And so I think there's
and they get the Tongas with them.
Yeah. There's paths that they could do.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
Could actually work.
What's an alternate that he could, like, you know, the Vision was, to me, a better name than the Bloodline, but, like, what is his, like, the anti-Bloodline name, you know, if he does that? Seth has to be humble, too, and it seems like he's really pairing with the Street Profits, so
yeah,
I feel like you can't discredit that partnership yet.
I think they're realizing that Seth, even though Seth's good as a villain,
he's not good as a leader.
He's better as
a rogue.
The rogue.
Yeah.
That's where he fits in.
I agree.
Because we want to see Seth be a dick, but we also want to see him be a good dick. Mm-hmm. That was a weird phrase.
Oh. Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. All right, next.
Final one is the championship triple threat. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the belt.
I'm not excited.
I wasn't excited until
I need to see that
SmackDown. And I'm not saying I'm super excited. I'm excited-ish. I think the belt's going to change. And I think Gunther's going to get the belt. And I think Gunther's going to get the belt because of Sami Zayn. I think it's too much chaos in the ring.
Are you wanting to add that as a qualifier for sure? Gunther gets it because of Sami Zayn's chaos?
No, I'm not. I don't want to throw that as a qualifier, but I think that's ultimately why.
Okay.
I honestly kind of think what might end up happening, it would be really interesting. Sami knocks out Cody, and then just Gunther get it. And then Gunther have to make a decision in the moment. Gunther could get the pin and get it right now. The easy way, or Gunther could do it the honorable way and make Gunther decide how is he going for the belt. How does he want to win it? Does he want to win it the easy way because Sami knocked this guy out and is letting him have it? Because Sami doesn't seem interested in the belt. Sami's just annoyed that that he got brought into this fight. So what if Sami is just like, you know what? You were my friend and you dicked me over. I'm dicking you over. What decision does Gunther make? I think if you want Gunther to be a heel, Gunther makes that pin. But if you want to make Gunther an honorable character, he looks like he's going to, and then he goes and he puts Sami in the choke and makes Sami tap out. And Cody just stays unconscious the rest of the time. So that it's like he could have done the easy way, but he's going to do it the honorable way.
It starts turning Gunther away from heel.
Yeah, it starts to get Gunther a little bit more open to being.
Well, I hate the choke out. I know it's going to be.
I know, but that's how. But that's how he does things.
I'm in agreement that I think a belt change is in order.
You think it's gonna be Sami?
I think it's gonna be Sami.
I thought for a little bit Sami too, and I almost made that, but I'm like,
I think the fact that he doesn't want it, I think, can help with that. Mm-hmm. With the like, all right, I'll take it. You know, yeah. I also think he always wants the belt, right? Yeah. It's kind of a thing. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, he has a lot of Arab followers, and a lot of so this could be kind of like the win for them, right? And Cody could easily take it back a couple SmackDowns later, even.
Well, what's interesting is if I'm right,
Sunday night,
if I'm right, and Jay gets that belt, or sorry, Jay wins the match, both of these people actually have beef with Jay, with Jey Uso. Because remember, he got the belt the first time, beating Gunther.
And then Cody.
And he and Sami had been friends for a while, and Sami kind of like abandoned him. So both of these play into him being an interesting match if he were to get the thing. So anyway,
I don't hate it.
There's options.
I just think Sami would be a nice. It would be nice to see Sami get the thing. This would be.
They're really starting to make him turn heel.
This would be a good way for him to have it again, without much of a expectation that he's going to keep it for a while, because he'd lose it again by SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, by SummerSlam he's going to lose it. But it's also time for Cody to lose the belt.
Yeah, I agree.
It needs to be something interesting.
Cody, I mean, he works best when he's an underdog, and the way they've been trying to make him an underdog recently hasn't worked.
Yeah.
That said, I know we both said Sami or Gunther. I could easily see them going Cody win.
I could see it too, and I don't want. I know. Yeah. I don't want it. I'm trying to make a little bit of what on this one. I'm trying to do a little bit of what I want, but I'm also trying to be like, what do I think would work best for the story? And to move the story along in different paths with the most versatility to me is Gunther getting that belt, but it really is predicated on he needs to have the decision. Do I take it the easy way, or do I do it the honorable way?
I was right, by the way. The Danhausen Saturday Night Main Event is Saturday, and it's in July 18th. So there is another PLE.
So what's the one that's Sunday?
There's one in September.
Is the September the Sunday one?
Sunday.
Okay.
September 6th is Sunday night's main event in Atlanta.
In Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. Maybe I'll go down.
No, you won't.
I won't.
It's like, at least I'm honest. I'm not going to this
shit. I'll do that. No, you won't. No, you're right. I won't.
I'm not going to do that. All right. Let's switch over to the summer of 84. Speaking of Hotlanta, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. Summer of 84. I have notes. Eric, it's that favorite game of yours where you try to guess how much something cost. How much do you think it cost to make Summer of 84? What is the budget of Summer of 84?
$700,000.
Well, you're gonna win.
By a lot?
$1.5 million.
Okay.
Estimated, coming from Wikipedia. Take that for what you will.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if I remember correctly, I'm double checking on. I want to read what IMDb had for it because I don't think they actually had a number. So let's see real fast. Summer of 84 officially on IMDb. It says, survey says, scroll down.
Real quick before we leave, and while you're looking that up.
40, oh no.
The Monday after Night of Champions is PLE, by the way. Yeah. They're recording both Raw and SmackDown.
I knew there was one where they were doing the double.
So they're doing a double, though I'm guessing they'll still air the Friday night.
Friday. They will.
But they are doing a double record Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Okay. You should go.
No, I won't be available. I'll be in the Cape. Sorry, folks.
Again, I'll say you should.
I said you should go.
All right, so what do you think this movie grossed?
I don't know that it did super well, but I'll say it's money back 1.5. Though I don't know that it actually did that.
Again, I just want to throw out the 1.5 is an estimate on Wikipedia because IMDb does not list money.
Human monies.
No human monies. However, IMDb does say that its gross worldwide was 42,000.
Okay.
All right. What did you think of Summer of '84, Eric?
I kind of liked it.
Be brutally honest.
No, I kind of liked it. It was. It like I think I said this a little bit at the top, but like the writing was okay. It wasn't like killer. It moves a little fast in its plot. I kind of wish it had done a little bit of a better job of like the whodunits, and things like that. But it really focused.
What do you mean?
Like, oh, could it have been this person or this person, right? Like some red herrings in there to help throw us off a little bit more versus this kind of, I have, a bug up my crawl for Mackie, right? I would have preferred like, oh, is it Mackie or is it this person? And it does kind of play with you, the audience, a little bit of like, is the kid just crazy, or
that's one of the, I think the strongest things of this movie is that is the kid crazy?
Yeah.
Because letting us know right up front that it's Mackie.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of does it, right? It does kind of.
Basically, the second this movie starts, it's Mackie. Like right. They don't hide that, and I actually appreciate that little bit. So I actually don't mind that. I didn't need extra whodunits. The whodunits the only purpose they would have served for me is to make the kid look further crazy. And I like that he's like, no, I'm right. I'm certain I'm right, and then everyone else is like, are you though?
But are you?
So I actually like that a little bit.
All right, fair enough.
What else did you think? What'd you think?
I like the kids. I thought all the kids did really well. It was very like sexual heavy when I was like, I don't know that this was all needed. Like the constant. It was like almost American Pie level, sex ranch and stuff.
It did feel
I'm also kind of like, I've been a kid. It wasn't inaccurate.
And that's what I actually didn't mind it, is because I was like, it actually, for the time period and everything, it actually did fit to me.
Right.
Kind of. Glossing over the other language they also would have been using. Because the one kid would have just been called like fat kid. Like they would have easily done that. And there would have been a lot of use of the F word. A lot in that time period.
Not the fuck word.
No. I would have just said fuck Eric.
All right then. Rude.
I know. Eric, last night on the podcast, I said creamed her panties, so let's just be.
And boy, did she.
Watch Twins. It's what happened. Anywho, I think this is I like the idea of this a lot. I think the idea is actually really strong.
Okay.
With this movie, the fact that a serial killer could be living next door to you.
Which, God, is that not the theme or what? They said it how many fucking times?
At least 3. At least 3.
Like, we get it. We know.
Yeah. So, I like the idea of it. I think that the execution is what's missed a little bit. I think that some of the dialogue is clunky.
Okay.
I would like to see more of Matt's work, honestly, because I don't know if this was his first movie or not. So I would like to see how he's like grown and evolved as a writer since this movie.
Okay.
But there's just little bits that are clunky. It's the exposition with the kids, I think, is the worst part. There's like the first scene with them in the treehouse. I felt it was really clunky dialogue. Yeah,
the dialogue's never great. I will say that much. Yeah. It's never solid dialogue.
Yeah.
But it's not horrible either.
No, I'm not. I'm just.
Clunky is a good word,
it's just clunky, and it's exposition heavy in weird spots.
Yeah.
Which a lot of movies have the exposition problem. I don't fault anyone for that. But what I would say is the movie felt longer than it was. Because I remember like being like, God, I gotta be near the end. I've been watching this for like 2 hours, and then you're like, I'm not near the end, and it hasn't been 2 hours. Yeah. And that's where the pace. There's something off with the pace, and I think this was what I think an hour 41. It's like it's an hour 40 right, something. Yeah. I think if you could have shaved off 10 minutes, I think you could have solidified this movie. Little bits here and there. I honestly think keeping all the stuff with the girlfriend or the quasi girlfriend, I think that's actually really needed.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good break.
I think it's a little bit with. I think the friends need to be tightened down a little bit. I don't think we needed the manhunt game as many times as we did. I think it's needed. It's really only needed twice. I think it's really only needed the first time where it's... Because I think that we see it 3 times, if I remember correctly, the manhunt game. The first time, it's worthwhile to see it for why he knows Mackey's the killer. Because he sees through the window and he sees the boy. So right. That one's needed.
That's needed.
And then the second time I think it's needed is when they use it as a cover to investigate him. But I don't think it's needed any time outside of that. Was there a scene where they go to a store? I feel like there's a scene. We watched 4 movies really close to each other.
Folks, this is testing knowledge. I think so. They trailed him to the hardware store, but they're in the car for that. I think I
feel like there was something they went into a store. I think that trailing sequence could have been tightened down.
Yeah. I thought the stuff between the kids though was really good for the most part. Their relationships and stuff.
No,
like
I thought I bought that they were
I almost
friends.
wanted the nerdy kid to be a little bit more front and center because I thought he was a good voice of reason at times.
Yeah, I bought that they were good friends. I think with the I don't think you needed them getting pulled over by the cop. It served no purpose because it never comes back. I thought it was going to come back and he was going to be the one that was going to believe them. Like all the other cops would be like, no.
Well, this comes also to my point of like they never set up another red herring either. Yeah. Like the other cop or the dad. Like there was part of me I was like, did the dad do it? Maybe like it's the kid's dad. No.
So there's little bits that I think they could have trimmed down, and I think it would have tightened this movie just enough where it doesn't need it. Again, I think the central the kernel of the idea, the nugget of the idea, I think is actually really solid and really interesting. And I like that everyone thinks this one kid's crazy. And he has to keep selling them on it. They're like, no, I'm good. I actually think when, I don't know their names, and I feel horrible being like the fat kid.
You should.
I do feel horrible, but I mean, I don't know his name. That's part of the problem. I never got it. It never drilled it into my head other than Davey, because they say Davey.
Kobe, Woody, or something like that. I feel like
Webby. I think what would have been interesting when he goes, "Can I sleep over at your house tonight?" Sure. All right, I'm gonna go get my stuff. Don't show us the scene with the mom. Don't show us why he doesn't come back over.
Right.
Let us think he's just kidnapped until we see him again, and then he'd be like, "Why didn't you come over?" Oh, it's stuff with my mom. Oh, okay, cool.
Well, the other thing with the mom side of it too is like they never explored that enough.
No.
Like, why was she crying?
Right.
I'm assuming she's just depressed and an alcoholic, but like,
which is another reason why I'm like, you can.
Yeah, they set up all these threads that never really came anywhere. So
I think that would be good. Now, I gotta say, talk about a fucked up ending. Like when you're like, so here's what I thought they were gonna do, and I was like, this is a bold move, and I like it.
It was Woody.
Okay. What would have been what I thought was going to be a bold move, and what I thought would have been interesting is, all right, folks, we're going to get him. Cool. Blackout. And just let that be it. And we don't know if they ever caught the killer. And I was like, that's really interesting. And then they keep going. I'm like, okay, well, we're going to catch him or whatever. And then when he comes in and kidnaps, I'm like, all right, I'm down for this. Let's see how this is going to play out. And then when you realize he didn't just kidnap Davey.
Yeah, he took Woody.
He took all of them.
Well, he took Woody. He didn't take
I
all
thought
4.
He took...
No, just the 2.
Was it just the 2? I thought there was more than just the 2.
No, because remember, they hang out, like, together.
Okay. So he gets the 2, because I thought all of them were sleeping over at his house. Right, okay.
Not just Woody.
So he gets the 2. So it's him and Woody. I like that he kills Woody. I mean, we assume he kills.
Oh, he kills.
Well,
he slashes his neck. And
he does,
out.
but I didn't see there's not like oh my god, it was so bad. Like our friend's dead, like the funeral, because a lot of movies would have been like we're gonna have the
which
funeral
I'm fine with
scene.
because it took such a hard turn for that violent of an ending. Yeah. You know, it was like whoa.
Okay. But I like when he kills Woody. Because I assumed he had, but I'm just saying we never got the movie.
I don't know that I liked it. I don't know that I thought it necessary, but it did show that. Like,
let me tell you why I like it. Because I know it sounds really weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't defend, but let me just finish the thought.
Go on.
What I liked about it is we kill Woody, and then when you expect at this point the cops are about to come in and save Davy, because that's what we're used to. That's what we're
thinking should happen, right? As an audience.
He is the cop, and he's got Davy. He's like, I'm not going to kill you, but you are going to think that I'm going to get you, and one day I'm going to come back and I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Because you ruined my life. How dare you? You ruined my life and stopped me from murdering children. Like, I had a good life going, and you stopped it.
Which it never explored, like, the whole setting, setup of the room stuff that he does in the pictures and taking pictures of boys and...
Yeah, that part was a little bit...
his own childhood home.
That was totally just... The black room was... Or the black... Yeah, is it a black room?
The dark room,
The dark room. The dark room is definitely a red herring section where we think it's going to be something else, but then it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I think that's for me, this just has so many good starts and never really follows.
I don't mind the weird... He designed his torture room to look like his old bedroom. I don't mind that. I actually think that's fascinating. From a character study.
I think what would have been good is like to have a cop figure, like maybe that go back to your idea of the black cop who believes him, like who's also now investigating and is like seeing like, wait, all these pictures are the same place, and so there's more of a connected thread once we go into that space. Like, this is it. And, you know.
But where I wanted to go with where I thought was fascinating with, so you kill Woody, you make the threat, all right, and then this is where it's a bold move. All right, cool. He goes away. We never catch him, and now we have to look at the trauma and the PTSD that Davy's got. He has ruined it. He has essentially killed Davy. Like,
in a way.
All joy and happiness and emotion are going to be gone for him now. You basically just created a new serial killer.
All serial killers have to live next door to someone.
Yeah, and so I thought it was fascinating that you took a bold... In America, this is a strong statement of an ending.
That was a hell of an ending. Yeah, I was like, wow, okay.
And
because it was very different. Like, that final 20 minutes, first of all, when he kidnapped him, I was like, where's this going to go? Like, how are they going to wrap all this up in like 10 minutes here?
Yeah.
You know, by the time he's got Davy, sliced his Achilles.
Yeah.
Like, he really got brutal right at the end, which I appreciated because up until then, you had never really seen what the brutality could have been from this serial killer, right? It was just this threat that we knew of in the past, but we never really saw any reason to think this kid, this guy who's super nice, and all of a sudden you realize, like, holy, he's got fucking like no heart.
That's why I actually like that they killed Woody, is because you committed. Like, you were making a bold decision to make this ending, and you were committing. And dear God, did they commit?
They did,
and it worked for me in that little bit.
All right.
So I applaud that commitment.
I could see that. Yeah, I mean,
I thought for a little bit when they film the room, I actually thought when they show off and the cops are like, "Well, go get him, boys," and they get there, and I was expecting the basement to have been cleared out.
That's kind of what I thought too.
And it was going to be like, "No, you guys are crazy."
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah. But then they had the other victim who was there, who's like helping corroborate the story.
Would have never allowed,
Yeah.
You could have never done that. Oh no, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I liked it though. I think I liked the movie because of the ending. The fact that it did take such a hard, violent turn was shocking, and it kind of knocked me back awake. I was like, oh, okay,
yeah, all
right, I see what you're doing here. And then I also like that it ended on such a scary, sad note.
Did you just rent it or did you buy it?
I rented it.
I bought it. There is a commentary. Actually, I think there's 2 commentary tracks.
I could see myself going back to buy it and just to listen. And
I'd be curious if we could actually get an interview with Matt, because I have questions I wouldn't mind asking. One being, why Ipswich, Oregon? which doesn't exist. I think you looked up, and it doesn't.
I don't know that it doesn't exist. I thought Cape May was a...
Cape May did, but I thought you looked up that Ipswich, Oregon.
Cape May's in New Jersey, but also not Ipswich. It's a Cape May
Just look
county.
up Ipswich, Oregon.
I will look up Ipswich, Oregon.
All right, tell me. Because I feel like he must have, even though he's from Salem, I feel like...
There is no city or town named Ipswich, Oregon.
Yeah, so that's a Massachusetts thing. He purposely did that as a nod
I bet,
to Massachusetts.
to me, I think it's meant to be Ipswich and Cape Ann, which I think is around there.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
I don't know why he went with Cape May, but...
I don't know.
But yeah, Cape Ann is... Yeah, outside of Essex and stuff. That's Manchester by the Sea area.
Yeah, I bet you that's what it's supposed to...
Because it felt New England to me.
It did to me, too.
And all of its sort of, towniness.
I would love to get him on and ask him just some general questions, like basically where'd you get the idea from, and then be like, the ending. Like, it goes so hard against the American movie, and even for a horror movie, this goes...
Killing the kid
outside
like
of
quietly
the, kind of the norm.
Yeah.
What made you go with it? And I truly appreciate and applaud this take that you went for. And just some general questions I wouldn't mind, like, just being able to pick his brain on and ask him. If you're listening, Matt, we really would like to interview.
I like the movie. I thought it was an interesting movie. I could see myself watching it again. For sure.
I like...
And trying to catch more.
I really like the girl, and I like that they made her smart.
I also like that they didn't sexualize her.
Yes, that's what, the only sexual line comes from her, but it's in a weird way. It's not as sexual as it probably would have been in other movies.
He's more of a man than you could ever be.
No. It's the you have a better view of my room than I thought. I've never seen you naked.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I have a good body. That little bit was all I needed because it says a lot about her personality.
Yeah.
And it didn't like overly sexualize her. It's just a generic, quick sexual comment that comes out.
Yeah, as much as they didn't...
That plays great because he gets embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
So it shows she has more confidence than him.
Yeah.
Which was nice.
And that, she finds him cute in his own way, too.
Yeah.
But still sisterly almost, or babysitter,
Although...
Maybe not.
I feel like they were going to end up, like, dating.
Yeah.
If she had stayed, they would have ended up dating.
Yeah. I agree.
But I also like that, well, you're with this other guy. What? He's like 20.
He works in a hardware store.
Yeah.
I repeated that sort of thing.
Yeah, so there were little bits like that. I thought that was... And I like that she, like, helped build up his ego.
Yeah.
So she, to me, was the MVP.
Yeah, I almost would have liked to see her be part of the group more.
Yeah.
Come into play a little bit more with it.
I like that she shows up at the end, to help. So, like, well, if you're going down for this, I'm going down too. Like, I'm going to help you.
Right.
I get why it feels Stranger Things-y.
Oh, yeah, totally.
In this...
I thought the kids were written well. Maybe not the dialogue, but the kids' characters and kind of interactions with each other was all really well written.
Yes, even if their dialogue wasn't perfect, I feel like the director-writer he knew enough about these characters. He knew who these characters were, and it's clearly defined, and they all play not just their roles as in the story, but they feel like real believable characters.
Yes, agreed.
Even with the nerd kid at the school lunch, when he's like looking at all the other girls.
Yeah.
Like it felt, I was like,
or the bowling alley or whatever, and staring at...
I thought it was at school lunch. Was it the bowling alley?
I thought it was a bowling alley.
Okay, sure, they're at a bowling alley.
The cheerleader outfits and
stuff?
The
cheerleader outfits.
I thought it was bowling alley, but... Because remember, it's summer.
You're right. It has to be a bowling alley. It just felt like they were... to me, it looked like school tables. That's why.
That's why part of it also felt like Massachusetts, the small, kind of close-knit sort of town of it all.
All right, well, let's get to final thoughts on this on it. Eric, what did you rate this movie? What did you think of this movie?
I gave it a pretty strong... I debated between 3.5 and 5, or 3.5 and 4, and I went for 4.
5 is a strong mark, Eric.
It's 4 because...
You gave this 4.
Because of the ending. Because the ending is such a hard grip and turn.
You really like this movie.
I like I said, I could have seen it as a 3.5, but I don't know that I would have gone much lower than a 3.5.
Wow, you really like this movie.
The dialogue was clunky. It was hard, but overall, it kept me engaged throughout the whole movie. It was fun.
Wow. I'm I didn't expect you to like this movie as much as you did.
I think it also helps that it wasn't
so not like slashery horror.
Right, it's not super horror until that end, which really is the only time you have major death. I mean, you get the goo body. That's the other major horror, in my opinion, moment.
And that's the moment you're like, oh, this is a low budget movie. Yeah. When you see the body, you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
But at the same time, you're also like, I don't know. I think it left me creeped out, and that's good. And I like the fact that
it's because your neighbor is a serial killer.
It's just a fun thriller. You know, it doesn't try to be something it's not. And
wow.
Like, even though it's labeled as horror, I don't know that I fully agree that it's a horror film.
All right. I think I've said my piece. I think it's a really good, strong idea and story. I will applaud any director that is willing to swing wild with an ending.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get us out of our comfort zone and our norm of everything has to be a happy ending.
Agreed.
So I applaud that. The dialogue is clunky. I would never give this a 5.
No.
Just for the dialogue alone and the pacing. I just think that another, and I mean this lovingly as someone who's writing my own little short script.
Mm-hmm.
Another draft, another rewrite could have solved a lot of things. And I mean that very lovingly.
I think you would have benefited from like a comedy punch-up, almost even.
I would say that
it would have tightened it a little.
I think a comedy punch-up would have been another rewrite after.
I don't think you need a full punch-up and like making it a comedy. Just someone to come in and create little one-liners here and there would have also helped you.
But I think that would still be another draft after the draft I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I think you need to tighten down and get rid of a couple of those little scenes and just work a little bit of that clunky dialogue out first, then go through and add in the little bits where I was going. But anyway, I give this movie 3.5 stars.
Okay.
So I'm just, again, we fall within our normal pattern.
We would have been same if I hadn't been a little, maybe generous, but
we're generally about half a star off on a lot of our reviews.
Give or take.
So,
all right.
We're pretty close.
Otherwise, it's a good film. I think it's worth watching for people. I hope people go out and find it.
I do too. I'm glad you picked it. I'm glad you did it. I plan on showing this to Rachel. I think Rachel actually might enjoy this one.
Oh, okay.
So I plan on showing it to her. And this I was already interested in watching Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. This makes me more interested because
I was not interested, but now I am.
I was like, I knew it made more money, and I was like, they're going to do better effects and things with it, and I was just like, oh well, they're probably going to do something fascinating. But now that I've seen like where this could be, so he didn't direct. So Matt just wrote this one. Did Matt? I'm looking at Pooh Blood and Honey real fast to see if Matt directed it or if he just wrote it. Okay, he just wrote Pooh Blood and Honey too. Yeah, I would be really curious to see like what does he do with that little bit. But all in all, I think this is a total worth watch. To see.
I think it's a good second movie for Summerween. It's a kind of the start of summer, kids playing. It's got a creep factor, but it's not super slashery.
Yep.
It's just kind of creepy.
Yep. All right, folks. Well, next week we're going to do I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you can check that out. I did not. I was not good. I didn't write down where that is.
I Know What You Did Last Summer? It's nowhere.
Okay, thank you.
So I had to rent it.
Rent or buy, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I think it actually might be on Pluto TV if you want to go that far.
All right, well, there you go. Check that out. You can write us at notfunnyguys.offthereels@gmail.com. That's notfunnyguys.offthereels@gmail.com. Let us know your questions, comments, and concerns. Find us over on the TikTok at nfg.offthereels. What were you laughing at?
I'm waiting for the day when we get an email that's actually like their concerns. Like, I wanted to write about my my concern about these things you've been saying.
The language that you have been using.
Yeah, like what are you going to do?
Are you
it's
okay?
The librarian out there like, are you being a little loud?
Or I would love I'm concerned that you may not be okay.
Yeah.
Find us over on the Twitter as Not Funny Guys Pod, on Insta as Not_funny_guys_presents, on Blusky as The Not Funny Guys, on YouTube as The Not Funny Guys, where Dr. John is going through all of News Radio, and we learned last night that he hasn't actually looked to see how many episodes this was. So enjoy a lot of News Radio. But you can also, if you would like, we are throwing up these episodes over on YouTube, so check out these episodes there. No video, just audio.
I think he is doing a couple episodes at a time.
He's doing 2 at a time. 2 at a time. But it's, 6 seasons? And
97 episodes.
97 episodes. That's still a lot of episodes.
That's still a lot, yeah.
I mean,
it's a half year, of pods.
Potentially, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Find me over on Twitter as Vash_Maxwell. Find me on Letterboxd as VashMaxwell. Find Eric over on Letterboxd as Ekly, EKLY. Check out his ever-growing movie list. You will not be disappointed. You can also find Dr. John on Thinking About Thinking. You can find all of us on old episodes of Not Funny Politics, which people still listen to. And you can find us over on Off the Reels, the internet's #1 podcast on public library recommendations. And we are doing our Danny DeVito run. So next up over there, we've got LA Confidential is the next one that we've got that you'll get to hear. So I hope you check that out. And I think that's everything. You know what, Eric? Thank you for all that you do.
Oh.
And please remember to keep it not funny.